Welcome to Pro Stitcher Designer Tutorials. I'm Kim Sandberg. I want to answer the question for you today, which point or node type do I want? So let's start by opening a new design page. So let's select the Home tab and then click on New to have a new design page open. Next, let's come down here to this bottom Properties box and we'll select this little icon that looks like a book to open the Designs folder. I'm going to choose PS Designs and then open the blocks. I'll double click on blocks to open them up, and then I've got my blocks here. And I'm going to choose a block to pull in. We're going to go to Block of Hearts. Let's come down here, this one right here. Now to put it onto my current design page, I click and then drag, and it will load. Next, we're going to start by using the Shape tool. Click the Shape tool on the left side toolbar to reveal the nodes in this design. It's right here. We'll click on this, and notice how the look of the design changes. The nodes will show up as blue dots. Green or red dots are the entry and exit points while stitching. There are 4 different types of lines. A line is used to make a corner. The line option basically discards any handles or additional information that would add a curve to a line. So we're going to right click on the furthest northwest node, this one right here. Do a right click and select line from the options right here. By choosing line, any curve associated with that point has been removed. And you can see here the pink line shows the new look and the blue line that's here shows what was previously the shape. Notice, though the pink lines coming into the point still appear to have a curve in them, this is a result of the node at the other end of the line. It has long stretched out handles which create the curve. So let's look at some of these other lines. If you see these right here, these are the anchors which allow me to change that line. Let's move on to the next line type. Also, to clear this blue line here, we need to there's 2 ways you can do that. We can do a right click and it will disappear, or you can always hit enter on the keyboard to update your path. Next, let's talk about a cusp node. A cusp node is a node with 2 independently moving handles. Cusp points give the most control over a design. So we're going to right click on the furthest northeast node, this one up here in this corner, and we're going to select Cusp from the menu. While still in the Shape tool, click and drag the Cusp node's handles to change the shape. So notice that these 2 handles work independently, so I can change just one side of this design. So crossing the handle from one side to the other will create a loop. Let's try that. So if I go like this, I could pull it out there and do some fun things with it. Okay. So if I flip this one over on this side, and then if I grab this other one and pull it over, you can see that it's created 2 loops in my design. Next, let's move on to the Smooth node. The Smooth node option simply balances the handles on the right and left side of the node. The objective is generally to flatten out the curve associated with the chosen node. The behind-the-scenes formula takes all the credit for how smooth and in what direction the newly altered line will lay. So let's click on the furthest southeast node, this one down here at the bottom, and let's select Smooth. Notice how the node's handles are automatically near a straight line, nearly a straight line. Do you see that? How they're a straight line across with each other to create a full round smooth curve rather than a more sharply pointed curve. Click to drag either one of the handles. Find that they move the node together. Do you see how these 2 move together? And once again, I can circle it around to create loops. The handles can, however, be shortened or lengthened independent of each other. So I can shorten one side or I can lengthen one side. Our last option, and I'm going to go ahead and hit enter to update those paths so you can see what we've done there, is a symmetrical node. Change to a symmetrical node to create handles that move symmetrically to each other in rotation and length. This is very useful when creating quilting designs. So let's right click down here on the furthest southwest node and we'll select Symmetrical. Notice how the handles are now symmetrical. They enter and exit the node at the same angle and are exactly the same length. Click and drag either handle to see how they move in tandem to the other side. So see how those two move together? So once again, I can create that twisting effect. Kind of fun to play with. Depending on the customization and needs, choose the node that best suits the work that you're working on. Well, thanks for joining me today. I hope you have fun playing with all these different node types that we have.